Alright guys, I got the car on jack stands right now. Don't mind the mess or the seats. Don't worry, I'm cleaning those up. But the whole point of this video is really just get the motor and the car on track. As you guys can tell, it was outside for a really long time. So, gonna go ahead and get the wheels off here for the most part. And then as you can tell here, we've got some crazy critters. That one's actually dead, so I'm not too worried about it. Don't worry, I've kept my eye on that guy for sure. But as you guys can tell here, we've got a lot of cobwebs and just debris that's all up in these wheel wells and underneath. I'll get to that later, but the whole point of this is really just to get the EF back into a condition that isn't a barn find, and just kind of get things basically cleaned up. In the future, I'll be installing some of these right here. As you guys can see, Max Speeding Rods actually sent me a set of their coils, so I'll definitely want to get these on here. And then Old Souls, Mr. Brad over here is going to drop his Del Sol, so I definitely want to get these suspension off because I still have my springs here that I'm going to go ahead and send to him so he can kind of go ahead and get the Sol dropped for him. But yeah, like I said, let's go ahead and get these wheels off, and then we'll get to just cleaning up the bay with the shop vac and just kind of cleaning things up. Alright guys, just want to take a quick second here. Here is what we have. This is the standard Max Speeding Rods kit. They did send this over to me for me to check them out, to talk about them, as you guys can tell. Trying to do some renovations here on the hatch. And if you guys watched the previous video here, obviously none of these bolts have really been changed in like 30 years. The suspension, probably 10 years ago, I put some lowering springs on, and that's about it. But these shocks that are currently on the car are about 30 years old, got over 280 miles on them. Still runs great though, not gonna lie. So I'm really excited to get these Max Speeding Rod coilovers on.